Alright guys and gals, you have been asking me to do a cooking video with Cousin Vinny. So, with that being said, this is my cooking video for the meal that I am going to be serving to my guests when they get here. Today is the 29th of October, and Sparky will be at Sky Harbor Airport at about 6:30 this evening. Anyhow, I'm going to show you the meal that I'm going to feed these guys. So with all that being said, watch the video because I think you're going to like it. This Vinny Vid production video brought to you by Yankee DABBLER. Don't forget the 5% discount code BNSS6951. And by Highways and Byways. Excellent graphics for your roads and streets on your model railroad. Check it out. Hey guys and gals, welcome back to another Vinny Vid Productions presentation. I am Vinny, your host, also known as BNSS 6951 and also known as Cousin Vinny. If you guys like watching rail fanning videos or run-off sessions on my layout that's sitting behind me, scratch builds, or live streams, then please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And after you hit the subscribe button, don't forget to hit the bell. This way you'll get notified every time I upload a video or a live stream. And I wouldn't mind you giving me a couple of those also. Anyhow, with all that being said, let's get on with the video. Alright, so you guys have been asking me for a cooking video. And so I thought I'd show you what I'll be cooking for my guests when they come here in the next 2 or 3 days. Anyhow, we're going to start off with what we need. We need a sifter. Yes, a sifter. Some mozzarella cheese. A little water, some salt, some Parmesan, Romano, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and the most important ingredient, dirt. That's right, and not only dirt, but this dirt has to be from somewhere that you went rail fanning. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this dirt and we're going to put it in the sifter, about that much maybe, and then we're going to squishy like this. Don't leave the rocks in because they could be hard on your teeth, so take the rocks out. But yeah, we'll just do this for a while, and then what we're going to do, after we do that, as you can see, we got some fine stuff in there, but we want the fine stuff mixed with the coarse stuff. So now we're going to take our mixing bowl, and we're going to put that in the mixing bowl, just like that. And now we'll take the finer stuff and put in there also. Now, give this a little mixer-upper here. Take the twigs out. We don't want to have no twigs. Just keep on mixing this up like this. And now, we'll start adding some ingredients. Alright? So, we'll start off with some garlic powder. That should be good. And then we'll start off with a little bit of salty. Again, that should be good. And then we'll do some onion stuff. Wham bam. Oops. Ooh, that was a little bit too much. It's going to be spicy stuff, man. Then, of course, we're going to do some Italian seasoning, which is very important when you're doing an Italian meal. So we put some in here, and then we will take our mozzarella cheese and put our mozzarella cheese in there, and we'll kind of mix it up a little bit more, like this. Yes, sir. So now we'll just take some water and mix some water in there with the rest of this here stuff, and we'll get it into a consistency of like mud. Yeah, mud, exactly. And you see how that's coming out? It's coming out real soupy doopy, right? So what we can do is we can add a little bit more of our dirt in there. And like I said, it has to be dirt from a place you went rail fanning at. And so we'll just keep mixing this up. Blah, blah, blah. Smells really good. But anyhow, what we're going to do now, after all this is done like this, we got a nice consistency here. We're going to go ahead and put this in the oven. 375 degrees for 40 minutes. So anyhow, we'll come back when this is cooked, and I'll show you what my meal is going to be. So stay tuned and we will be back shortly. Alright, if you guys followed my recipe to the exact T that I showed you, this is what you should wind up with. A beautiful pan of Italian lasagna. Anyhow, I hope it works out for you guys. Thanks for watching and we'll talk to you guys later. Bye for now. Alright guys and gals, I hope you enjoyed that little fun session I had of my cooking a meal for my guests that will be here. Anyhow, the real one is coming up right now. Alright guys and gals, the first thing that we're going to do today is tell you what kind of a meal I'm going to be making for my guests that appear here next week. Well, actually in a few days. Let me adjust this camera a bit better. There you go. Anyhow, this meal is going to be lasagna. Yes, sirree, Bob. And so for the lasagna, we're going to have 2 of these guys. And we're going to need some tomato puree. That's just because I don't have a machine to actually grind them up myself. And in addition to the puree, we're going to have some tomato sauce. We are going to have 2.5 pounds of ricotta cheese, or ricotta as you guys would say, but in Italian it's ricotta. And, hold on, I forgot to get something out here. You guys would call this mozzarella, but I call it mozzarella. That's how you say it in Italian, alright? Now, we're going to need a little bit of this Pam stuff, 1.25 pounds of ground beef, some Italian parsley flakes, some Italian seasoning, a little salt and pepper, a little vegetable oil. Let's see what else we got here. Some iodized salt. Romano Parmesan cheese. Cheese is what makes this meal, fellas. Alright, so we have onions and we have garlic. So we're going to start with the meat, get it browned up, and add the ingredients for the meat. And then after that's cooked, I'll show you how we're going to make the filling for the lasagna. So with that being said, let me go ahead and move the camera over to the other side of the counter and point it at the stove and show you what we're doing there. We'll be right back. Alright guys, what I'm doing right now is the first step when I start my stuff is to brown the meat. And you can see that this is in a fairly large skillet right here. It's probably a 10-inch skillet, and it's got 1.25 pounds of ground beef up in here. And I'm going to let this brown up a little bit, and then I'm going to add onions and garlic and some other seasonings that I already showed you guys. And we'll continue from there. This has to be chopped up pretty small because this is going to be part of the filling that's going to go into the lasagna. I got it on a medium heat, and I think I'm actually going to, let's see, let me twist these over a little bit. Going on the other side. As soon as they get just a little bit of brown, I'll go ahead and add my other ingredients. It never fails. Every time I'm recording something, my phone has to let me know somebody wants to talk to me. Anyhow, as you can see, it's getting brown. Alright, I'll bring you guys back when it gets a little bit more brown and show you the next step. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I have went ahead and lowered the heat a bit, and we're going to start adding some of the ingredients. First we're going to put in some garlic, and then we're going to put in some onions, about a 1/2 cup or so. Kind of mix that in there a little bit, let it get going with the rest of the juices. And no, I'm not going to drain this. I'm going to use the drippings as part of the flavoring. It is part of the meat, right? Alright, now we got that done. We'll go ahead and add some pepper, some salt, and then we're going to add a little bit of parsley. And then a little bit of Italian seasoning. Be better if I do it the other way. Like this. There you go. Alright, and now we're just going to toss that a little bit. Let's get some of that aroma going. The onions and the garlic. And again, I lowered the heat down. It's like really low right now. I just want this to kind of cook down a little bit. I just want those onions and the garlic to dissipate into the juices. And we'll continue there. Now, as this is cooking down, we're going to get the water boiling, which is back here. Oh, you can't see that. Let me get you back there. This is the pan that the noodles are going to get cooked in. And it's got one of these fancy dancy strainer type things. Oops. Wasn't supposed to do that, Vincent. You dummy. Anyhow, we're going to put this on high and let it boil up, and then we're going to add the noodles to that. I bought 2 boxes of these because I don't know how much one box will make. So we'll have to see. I may have to do the boil part a couple of times. Alright, well this is getting done, and while the water is starting to boil, I'm going to go ahead and prepare the sauce that we're going to make. And the sauce is going to get the same thing. It's going to get onions and garlic, and it's going to get all the other ingredients that I put in here. It's going to go in here, and so we'll start from there. So hang on, and we'll be back in a few. Alright guys, as you can see, the meat is pretty well done, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off the fire. Turn the fire off, and I'm going to put this on the counter, let it cool down, and you'll see what happens with that next. Anyhow, we're going to start on getting my sauce together. So in this larger pan, we're going to add, I guess I should have these all open and ready, but they're not. Just give me a minute, guys. Alright, as we're going to be preparing this, we're also going to add some salt to the pasta water. And it's about a handful. You just put it in here. And also, we're going to add a little oil so the noodles don't stick. And as long as we got the oil out, now let's go ahead and put some in here. Alright, so now we can start with this. Again, we're going to add our onions. And then we're going to add our garlic. I think we're done with this guy. Put him out of the way. Now, let's see. I guess we could put it back here on this guy. Alright, we're going to start heating this up. Let's see, back. And we're going to wait for this to kind of brown up. And again, we're going to add some Italian seasoning. What else would we add to an Italian meal? Alright. then the parsley. I'm not adding too much, guys. This is all by feel, or by how you watch your grandparents make it, or your mom make it. And it's starting to sizzle. I like it. Smells good too. Today we don't have smell-o-vision, huh? That would be pretty cool. Once these, once the onions and the garlic get a little bit brown, I will go ahead and add the sauce, or the sauce in there. This is probably going to take forever because these burners are really small. Anyhow, give this a couple more minutes. And I have this on a medium high right now, just so we can get this cooked down and get all great aroma going on. And I'm sorry for just seeing my armpit there. I guess I can zoom this out a bit. It is out all the way. Alright. Anyhow, you guys probably can hear it sizzling. Alright. I'm going to take this off the heat right now, just because I can't reach it very well. And I'm going to go ahead and dump in my tomato puree. And I'll hit these with a little bit of water, just so I get all the tomato out. And they didn't have small cans of tomato puree, so I got just tomato sauce, and that'll work. Still tomatoes. Alright, so I'm going to bring these over to the sink and just wash down the walls in all of these cans so I get all the sauce in there. It really doesn't matter how much water you're going to put in here, because we're going to have this cooking on here for a couple hours. But I just want you to get all the sauce out of there. Excuse me. And there you go, nice and clean. And these will go into my recycle bin. Just get them out of the way for now. Alright, now that we have that in there, we just go ahead and stir it up a bit. And we'll go ahead and put this back on the heat. And we'll let that cook for a while. And we'll definitely lower the heat down a little bit to about half. So we want it to slow cook. Alright, so while these two items are going, I'm going to start preparing the filling for the lasagna. This is already starting to boil, I can hear it. Let's lower it down even more. Alright, let me turn the camera around and show you guys what we're going to be doing next. Be right back. Alright guys, now we're going to start with the filling for our meal. And for that we're going to need ricotta, or as you guys, that's how you guys would say it, but I would say ricotta. And then you guys would say mozzarella, I would say mozzarella. Anyhow, we're going to start combining all these ingredients and see what we wind up with. So we got this big old bowl right here. There we go. Plop. Now, I've seen people use cottage cheese for this, and that really, really bothers me because that's not Italian. But I guess if they like it, why not, right? I might need a bigger bowl, which I don't have. Yeah, we just kind of get it as small as possible until we start using our hands. Because we're going to squish this up with our hands. Alright, now we'll go ahead and add some of the mozzarella. In fact, probably a lot of the mozzarella because lasagna is all about the cheese. Now we want to save some of this to add on top of each layer, so we will do that. And we'll go ahead and mix this in. In a few minutes I'm going to go ahead and get some of the sauce and put some of the sauce in here just to make it a little bit more fluid, if you want to say. Alright, now we'll add some salt and pepper to your liking. Not too much, you don't want to kill the flavor of all the cheeses. And a little bit of salt. And then some parsley flakes. And we'll go ahead and mix that in there. Alright, that looks pretty dang delicious so far. Oops, let me get these guys in there a little bit better. Alright, now, remember the meat we did just a little while ago? This stuff right here? We're going to go ahead and add some of this into this. But not all of it, because I want to save some to put in the sauce. The reason why I want to put this in the sauce is so I get some of the meat flavor in the sauce. And we'll put a little bit less than half in there. There we go. And now we'll take the rest of this and pour it into the sauce. I may have to open another package of ground beef. Might not be enough. Alright, let's go ahead and mix this in here. And I still need to add one more ingredient. And I don't know if I'm going to tell you guys what that is. That could be my secret ingredient. My secret ingredient. Boy, that looks pretty good so far. Alright, so, should I tell you what the secret ingredient is? Or shouldn't I tell you? And I'll tell you, because lasagna, to me, is all about the cheese. So this is Romano and Parmesan grated cheese. And we'll just dump that in here. I could eat this stuff by the spoonful, to tell you the truth. That's how much I love cheese. Anyhow, we got that all in there. And now we'll mix that in. But the Romano Parmesan cheese will give it that little extra zing that we need to have in this lasagna. Boy, this looks like it will make 2 trays, I hope. I'm aiming to do 2 trays of this stuff, but we'll see how that works out. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some of the sauce and put some of the sauce in there. Only to get it a little bit more liquefied. Just 2 ladles. That's all we're going to put in there. As you can see, like there. And then we'll go ahead and mix this in. And that'll give me a nice loose consistency. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I feel like I'm mixing cement. Alright, so with the filling all mixed up and ready to go, we're just going to take this entire thing and we're going to go ahead and put him in the Frigidator. First we're going to cover it with some aluminum foil. And we'll keep this in the fridge until the noodles are ready, and then we'll take this out and start building our lasagna. But for now, this is going right in the fridge. Holy crap, it's heavy. Alright. So with that being said, we'll wait for a little bit and we'll continue this in a little while. Alright guys, as you can see my water is boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and start putting the noodles in. Heck, I hope all these fit in here. I may have to do 2 or 3 times. I think I should have used this pot for the noodles. There you go, they're starting to soften up a bit. I got water coming out all over the place here. Turn that down a bit. Got to set the timer, 7 minutes, and we'll go. on, guys. Get down there. Yeah, I should use the other pot. I just might switch it around to do it because this is not looking good here right now. Oh no! Calm down. Don't get all crazy. Yeah, I'm going to have to use the other pot to do the rest of these. I'm going to have to switch pots from this pot to this pot because this is just not big enough. There we go. Alright, we'll just let this cook out and then we'll come back and show you what the next step is going to be. Alright guys, we're going to start to assemble this, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and put a layer of sauce down here on the bottom so the noodles don't stick. It doesn't have to be very much. Alright, so now basically what we're going to do is start laying out our noodles, and then we'll lay the sauce on top of that. Alright, there's one. Alright. We'll take a scoop of this, just plop it down, and then we'll just spread it out. Alright, there's no set way to do this. You just need to fill it up the best you can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple of these noodles and I'm going to put them across the back just so it has something to hold it in there. And I did change the pots on that, the noodles and the sauce. So now we'll go ahead and do the next layer. Oh, something just fell. Alright, again, just hit it up with some filling stuff. I will be calling this cheese filling from now on. I hope there's enough of both. And now on this layer, we're going to add some of the mozzarella cheese. Because like I told you guys earlier, to me lasagna is all about the cheese. And the gooier it could be, the better you are. I don't think I have enough of this filling to do 2 trays of this. Alright, now we've got that, we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of sauce on top of that. Spread it out. And need a little bit more. Alright. And now we can put the next and final layer on here. Oh, I'm one short. Alright, well, I'll just have to wait, I guess. Anyhow, you guys can see how this is coming along right here. I need one more piece to fill in here, and then maybe two more on the ends, and then I'll cover this with some sauce and some more mozzarella cheese, and then we'll bake it in the oven. But anyhow, for now, this guy is about done. Alright guys, we're going to start assembling the second tray here. I didn't do any more on the first tray just yet, only because I think I'm going to have to make more of the filling, the cheese filling. So we're going to do this one, get him going. And like I said earlier, I did change the pot, used a bigger pot for the noodles. Worked a lot better. Anyhow. Alright. And let's go ahead and put some of this stuff in here. Yeah, I'm going to have to try and skimp out on this one a little bit. It's just that all of this stuff is really expensive. I don't know if you guys realize how much these cheeses cost. The cheeses cost quite a bit of money. But I don't do this very often, and this is a special occasion with some friends coming down, so I decided to do a little bit better dinner. Yeah, definitely going to have to go out and get some more of this. And some more mozzarella cheese. So I will just put cheese in here. Now, we'll put a little bit of mozzarella on top of that. And now we'll put another layer.
The video.
Yeah, it looks like I'm going to have to go back to the store and get some more of this stuff. And it's no big deal, it's just down the street. Because that's as far as I can go with this. So anyhow, we'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, as you can see, I've got both trays pulled up now after a short little drive to the store. And we're going to top this off with some more mozzarella cheese. And yeah, I had to buy another pack of this mozzarella cheese also. And now I need to open the other bag up. Like I've been saying through this whole process, guys, it's the cheese. So I'm putting plenty of cheese on here. Alright guys, and one more finishing touch, and that's going to be my Parmesan and Romano cheese. And then this will go into the oven at 375 degrees for 30 minutes. And here we go. I'm glad I bought another one of these too. Alright guys, we're going to set the oven up at 375. There you go. When that heats up, put both of these pans in the oven and let it cook 30 minutes. So with that being said, we'll be back in a little bit. Alright guys, after all of that hustle, bustle, and commotion, I wound up with 2 full pans of Italian lasagna, and boy oh boy, it smells good and it really looks good too. In addition to, I got an extra bowl of sauce here that we can put on top of here when I serve this up. So with all that being said, I hope you guys and gals enjoyed this little cooking adventure with Cousin Vinny. And all of that being said, we'll talk to you guys later on. Bye for now.